The Los Angeles Chargers have won 11 games under Jim Harbaugh the past 2 years, but have had nothing to show for it, getting embarrassed in the playoffs twice, and also suffered a huge loss this offseason, losing defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, that was able to make this defense a top 10 unit despite not having a ton of talent. The O-line was an absolute disaster last year after losing Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt for the year due to injury, and we're going to make some huge changes there to make it one of the best O-lines in the league, starting out with our first round pick selecting Penn State guard Oli Vega Ayon. Ayon is an excellent pass blocker and should instantly be one of the better pass blocking guards in the league. He's solid in the run game, having good power to move defenders, but isn't super versatile, where he's best used in inside runs where he doesn't have to move around much. In the late second round, we're going to take edge rusher LT Overton. Overton took a little bit of a step back in 2025 after an incredible 2024. He provides versatility on the D-line, being able to play anywhere, where he can slide inside on passing downs and overpower guards. He has strong hands and is powerful and has impressive bend for a bigger edge rusher. With our third round pick, we're going to take another Penn State player and safety Zakee Wheatley. He has incredible speed, running a 4.4 and has a good frame. He has good zone coverage instincts and is sticky in man coverage, and is also a solid run defender, doing a good job at finding gaps and getting downhill, and will slot in as their starting safety next to Derwin James. In the fourth round, we're going to take defensive tackle Tim Keenan. He's the guy that's going to take up space on the D-line and will demand attention in the run game, freeing up other defenders. And he's significantly improved against the run over his career, but has really small arms, which is a concern. He has good natural leverage, and his incredible contact balance allows for him to not really be moved by linemen. With our last pick in the sixth round, we're going to take one of the most intriguing prospects in the whole draft, quarterback Taylen Green. He had an excellent combine where he showcased his elite speed, athleticism, physical tools, and arm talent, but his accuracy and processing is still a work in progress, and he can also fall apart and make bad decisions under pressure. It probably starts out as the third string for a year before he can develop a little to be a more capable backup to Justin Herbert. Here's a look at our mock draft, and we only have 5 picks, but I think we did a good job where we added 2 pieces to the D-line, added a starter to the secondary, invested in our O-line with our first round pick, and added a high upside QB. Before we get into the free agent moves, we're going to make 3 cuts with Bud Dupree, Mekhi Becton, and Will Dissly. There are 2 free agents that I really want to bring back on one-year deals that are older but still playing at a high level. The first one being Khalil Mack, who is still a really good edge rusher, and we'll sign him for a 1-year, $17 million deal. And the next one being Keenan Allen as a weapon for Justin Herbert for $12 million. And he's still productive, being old, with 81 catches for 777 yards for 4 touchdowns. And I also want to bring back corner Benjamin St-Juste, who played solid as a backup in the secondary last season. We're going to make 2 big splashes to protect Herbert in free agency, where the O-line will now be one of the best in the league, bringing in 3-time Pro Bowl center Tyler Linderbaum, who's regarded as one of the best, if not the best, center in the NFL, on a 4-year, $70 million deal, along with guard Wyatt Teller on a 2-year, $22 million deal, who isn't playing at a Pro Bowl level anymore but still a solid guard. We need to bring in secondary depth, so we'll sign veteran Chidobe Awuzie on a 1-year, $44 million deal, and he was a solid depth corner for the Ravens last year. Moving to the offensive end, I want to bring in backup QB and Skylar Thompson to be the backup for next season until Taylen Green can develop a little more. And I also want to bring in running back depth behind Hampton and Vidal, so we'll sign A.J. Dillon. And then the last thing I want to do is grab a tight end to play alongside Oronde Gadsden. And I think Charlie Kolar is a really underrated free agent that was stuck behind Likely and Andrews, so I didn't really get much of an opportunity, but can be a very good tight end too, being a good receiver and blocker on a 3-year, $20 million deal. Here's a look at the final roster. Justin Herbert is still a really good quarterback despite what people might say in his recent failures in the playoffs, and we really invested in protecting him, bringing in Ione, Teller, and Linderbaum. And we should have a good run game with the O-line, and former first-round pick Omarion Hampton getting the majority of carries. And we also have good weapons for Justin Herbert. I'm worried about the defense with the loss of Jesse Minter, but we added on the defensive line with 2 draft picks and bringing back Khalil Mack, and we brought in much needed secondary depth and starting safety through the draft. Thanks for watching and let me know how I did in the comments, and drop the team you want me to do next.